Hi there, welcome back. How are you today? So I'm still working on this one comment, believe it or not. There is so much here. So the part I wanted to work with today, or we wanted to talk about today, is where it says, life is slipping by and I fear I'm wasting it. I had this very conversation with my friend just a few days ago and I was in tears. My thing was, as I was talking to her, I'll just read it again. Life is slipping by and I fear I'm wasting it. I've tried healing in multiple ways, but I cannot shake off this deep feeling of being unworthy. Life is slipping by and I fear I'm wasting it. So, what was coming up for me as I was reading that part of the comment, and it's something that I've been going through just recently with my beautiful friend, I was sharing this, was that I was saying to her that I feel like now every day I have to be contributing, doing something towards what Spirit wants me to do, whether it's the writing, whether it's the videos. I feel like I'm go since I woke up. And I feel that way because I spent so much of my adult years asleep. And I felt when I was sharing with her that time was wasted. It's time I can't get back. But it's part of my human experience. Without that, I wouldn't have all this knowledge within me. I wouldn't know what it is to be angry with your parents for 7 years and not speak to them because you are so angry. I wouldn't know what that feels like. And there's 7 years gone. I wouldn't know what it feels like to go through IVF and lose a baby after more than 15 years of waiting to have one. I wouldn't know what that feels like. Everything that I've been through was necessary to get me here. It's never wasted. It's never wasted. And the beautiful information that came through my conversation with my friend that day is that we contribute in every second of every day. We are contributing, whether we are aware of it or not. We are always connected to Spirit, and every experience that we have, Spirit has. Everything we go through. Every moment that we are in anger, Spirit is receiving all that information and feeling all that information. What we feel, Spirit feels. We are always connected. So know this, that no time that you have here on earth has ever been wasted. You contribute in every moment. And not only to Spirit, you contribute to everyone around you. You just don't realize it. We just don't think of it because we've never been taught that. Every time you have an interaction with someone, you are contributing to that person. We contribute all the time. It doesn't need to look a certain way. It doesn't need to be a certain way. When we interact with others, we are contributing. Sometimes we judge ourselves, oh, we shouldn't have said that, we shouldn't have done that. That's on us. But the truth is that what you said or what you did was exactly what that person needed in that moment. Spirit works through all of us. It knows what you need for your journey, and it knows what your parents need for their journey, your partner needs for their journey, your children need for their journey, your neighbors, your friends, everybody that you interact with. the barista that makes your coffee in the morning, and you say something offhand, dismissive, and later on you think, oh, I was so rude. I shouldn't have done that. But that person needed that in that moment. It was serving them. It was serving their experience. Nothing is a mistake, and nothing is coincidence. Spirit works through you the same as he does through everyone else around you. The same as he does through your pets. The same as Spirit does with everything. The trees, the birds, everything around you is Spirit. And it is serving you. We say that our time is wasted because our ego talks us into our life should look a certain way. Or we should be at a certain point by now. We should be at a certain place by now. Perhaps the ego talks you into you should be that guru sitting on the mountaintop in complete peace and harmony. You should be there by now. You've done so much inner work. How could you not be at peace yet? But peace is who you are in your natural state. Joy is who you are in your natural state. Love is what you are. So if you are still in a place of feeling unloved, know that this is perfect for you today. We move ourselves from this state of being unloved the moment we realize that the love we are searching for is not out there. The love you're searching for is not in your mum. It's not in your dad. It's not in your partner. It's not in your children. It's not in your student. It's not in your teacher. It's not out there. It's not in your dogs, as much as they adore you. The love you are yearning for is not out there. We place it out there. We separate ourselves from the love we are to have this human experience. When our love is rejected in our childhood, we reject it in turn. We just leave it there because it's no use to us in this human experience. Let's go back to this beautiful analogy that we had with our recipe, and we're making this particular dish, and you have all these ingredients, and let's say we're making a savory dish in this lifetime, and say love is honey, the ingredient honey, let's call it that. But the recipe for the dish that you came to create in this lifetime doesn't call for honey. It doesn't need it. It needs all these other ingredients to create this dish, to create this outcome of what you came to experience. So we leave the honey there on the table. We don't need it. It's there. It doesn't stop being honey. It will always be honey. But for the dish that we want to make in this lifetime, we don't need it. So, one of the things that's been coming up a lot lately is in the same conversation that I had with my beautiful friend about wasting time. That's the ego trying to trick you. You're wasting time. Whatever it is that you are experiencing is what you need to experience in this lifetime. And when you are done with the experience, is that you can move on. Once you have gained all the knowledge, all the wisdom that you wanted to gain from that beautiful experience, is that you can move on to something different. Again, not better, not worse, but different. You ever notice when you don't have something for a while, like say when there's a blackout and you don't have electricity, and say this blackout runs for a few days. In South America, this used to happen a lot. Sometimes we'd go 2 or 3 days without electricity. You don't realize how much you use that electricity until you don't have it. It's not there. And then when that electricity comes back, how much do you appreciate all the things that this electricity provides? The lights, the heat, the air conditioning, the whatever it is that you use it for. You have so much gratitude for it now. This life experience is similar. You appreciate more. Your love expands every time you come and experience what it is to not be this love. There's a greater appreciation, there's a greater gratitude, a deeper gratitude for the love that you are when you return to it. But the other beautiful thing that was coming through was this urgency that I feel all the time to be contributing. I have to use every second of every day to be creating something to make up for the lost time. And in that moment, my beautiful friend said to me that I need to learn to have patience with myself. And when she said that, I realized that for so long, this was a learned behavior. Not having patience with myself was a learned behavior. I didn't realize where it came from until she said that to me. And I started to connect all the dots. And then I realized, wow, as I was going through my childhood, whenever I didn't get something straight away, when I didn't learn something straight away, I would get yelled at or I would get smacked. My mum didn't have the patience for me to learn things in my own time. And so not doing things quickly meant that I would be punished, meant that I would have to go through something that was unpleasant and I had no control over it. And one of the memories that has always stuck with me was the first time I had to take antibiotics in the form of a pill. And I didn't know how to swallow them, and she didn't explain it to me. She just said that I was old enough now and I had to take them. And they kept getting stuck in my throat and I kept spitting them out into the sink. And after the 6th one, I turned around to her for her to give me the next one. And she just slapped me so hard across the face. And she said to me, "Now drink it." And before that, how many other moments were there where I was yelled or smacked because I didn't do it quickly enough. I wasted time. Or I wasted resources because the antibiotics were being wasted down the sink and I had to take them. I was sick. And that learned behavior of not doing things fast enough, not learning things fast enough. Not having patience stayed with me. I have all the patience in the world for my beautiful students. When I teach piano, I can sit with them for weeks and months and years. I have no expectations. I just sit and I assist. I have all the patience for others, but I never had it for myself. When I learn things, I have to learn them straight away. I have to know how to do it. And when I don't, I get so angry with myself. And that's where it came from. This is self-love. Learning to love all of it. Understanding where it came from. Understanding the experience, the wisdom I was meant to gain from that. We have all these behaviors, all these patterns in place that are serving our beautiful experience. But until we truly look at why it's there, not having patience with ourselves is a way of not loving ourselves. Not being kind to ourselves is a way of not loving ourselves. Not loving ourself. Self-love happens when you love all of it without judgment. When you love that you're angry and you know that this is what you're here for, to be angry, to know what anger feels like, and just love all of it. How does it feel in your body? How does it feel in your system? What does it feel like to be angry? And to know that you have a right to be angry. Stop judging that you shouldn't be. The same with the fear. You have a right to be afraid. You are here to feel that fear. So feel it completely, feel it fully. Love that fear and how it makes you feel in your system. That sadness. Know that you are meant to feel that sadness. Love it completely. Let it engulf you. Know that on the other side of all of these things, the fear, the anger, the sadness, is always spirit. Always spirit. Spirit is always holding you in every moment. It never lets go. You are always connected. So no matter what you're going through, and know in your heart that you are meant to be going through this, Spirit is with you. And when you are done with it, when you are through feeling this way, Spirit will be there, welcoming you back to the love that you are. The love is always there. That honey is always there. You left it on the counter because it wasn't necessary for your dish that you were creating in this lifetime. But it's always there. And when you are done with this beautiful experience, you can go back to that honey. You can go back to the love that you are. Self-love is not about being perfect. You know, we have this misconception that self-love is, oh, I'm finally at peace. I'm finally in love. I'm finally completely at joy. I'm not angry anymore. I'm not sad anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. So many of us believe that this is what self-love is. And it's not. It's not. That love, that joy, that peace, That is who you are in your natural state. That is your soul with you. It never moves away from that state. But while you're in this human experience, your soul is observing everything you are going through, observing with curiosity, with wonder, with love. Self-love is not about being perfect, being in love, being at peace, being in joy. See why it's so important to get to the end of each video. This information just came through right now. Self-love is about loving the journey, loving all of it. Loving the anger, loving that pain, loving that fear. It is part of your human experience. It is loving what is right now, who you are right now, as you are, all of it. All right, my beautiful beings. How beautiful. I love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. And share this beautiful, beautiful message that's just come through. That it is not about being perfect. Self-love is not about being perfect. It's about loving all of it as it is. All of it exactly as it is, without judgment. All right, my beautiful beings. Bye for now.